Hi guys, I this new video is I just want to talk to you about how to really trade. So a few key principles, key ideas, and basically some of the major mistakes which has happened in the industry. So if we put trading to one side for a moment and just consider how dieting works and food, fitness, dieting, I want to demonstrate something called complicate to profit, and that's really what's corrupted and poisoned the trading industry. So, how do you lose weight? How do people lose weight? If you'd ask anyone, even just the youngest child, how can people lose weight? And they might answer, well, you just don't eat as much and maybe move a bit more. And then you realize that you think, actually, that's probably right. You can optimize it further by maybe eating the right foods at right time of day in the right portions and moving in certain ways. But overall, the general idea to be a success in losing weight is what? Just don't eat as much, move more. But nowadays, what do we have? We have this supplement, we have this medicine, we have this method, we have this tool, we have this fad diet, this. You kind of get the idea there. It's gone all complicated. Why? Because people do that to try and sell stuff, and this is exactly what's happened with trading. If we reverse the clock to 100 years ago and look at just the old school fundamental ideas of how trading works, then and go back to these basics, remove the crap, filter the crap out. We start seeing actually trading can be so incredibly simple, and we're just all overcomplicating it to profit. So this is what I do with my own students, being a coach. So I'm not going to advertise the coaching services. Instead, I'm just going to do it on here like I would with my students. So so let's start with uptrend. We got flag pattern, say flag pattern here, a bit of noise, maybe a bit of a fake out, a bit of a bigger fake out, and then use that as an example. So, say if we just close this for now, imagine that's actually um, kind of price action recently. I'm just going to show you the power of a simple of lines, the power of trend lines right now. So, say we draw initial trend line, we see that's our upward structure, isn't it? Why? We've got higher highs and higher lows in effect for the most part. The main thing here with upward trend lines is it's just simply got to be higher highs primarily. The lows can be a bit all over the place, but if the highs keep continuing up overall like this as a whole, it's an uptrend. A really brief note as well. That is, just beware noise. Nothing happens perfectly. You may find something like this happens, but then when we get to this level, so that's our what's really that? Just that before we start going any further, sorry. What's that there? That's our positive or upward structure. So that's our bullish structure, isn't it? Our structure showing it's got going up. Um, what do we have? Say maybe here. If I do Alt H for horizontal line and Alt H here, not work second time. Alt H here. We've actually got kind of consolidation. So we've got area where it's bounced between two spots, really, with the top there being the main consolidation line, and maybe we can technically class that as it. To be honest with you, yeah, we'll class it as that. So we've got our consolidations on here. So we've got sideways structure here, haven't we? So we've got bullish or upward structure initially. We've got sideways structure here, and what do we have over round about here? We have downward structure. Just keep it simple with the outer lines. In reality, I put another trend line here, move it down. I'll show you. Reality, I'd be doing something like this. Add another trend line for a trend line fan system like that. So that's, in fact, we could even potentially do that if we're doing it properly. We'll do it here too. So we've got a trend line fan system going on here. And potentially even getting really tight doing that. I think that would be more accurate. We've got a fake out there, and then the real action begins. So you can see here we've got bullish structure going up and a substructure here where the trend line um, gets a bit steeper. We've got our horizontal structure here showing it's consolidating, and then we've got our bearish structure showing it going back down. So if we simplify things a little bit, and I move it over at this point, so when we're in this area here, in fact, when we're in that area there, say that was the current price right now in this example. We need to basically figure out if overall it's still got the bullish structure, which could be that in this case, moving the trend line, according to how I do things. So that could be the new bullish structure, because there's a dip there. We really class that and that too, but a little bit of gap. So that could be a bullish structure. So that supports bullish movements going up. There is the bearish side, which is that line going from the top going down, and then we've got, I'll move this down, make it easier. Then we've got the consolidation sideways. So at this point here, we really need to start. We've got three potential structures. It could be so move it over. It could be supporting going back up, following this trend line at the bottom. It could start be going down at this point, following that, or it could still remain in consolidation. So we've got three structures conflicting. As time goes on, we see it breach the bullish one, so the bullish structure is no longer valid. So that's the idea, we invalidate that. And then eventually, we see that the consolidation area here was breached as well. And not only did we a good strong breach, but we had a pullback which didn't go back into it. So really, from this point here, what do we have? We have the consolidation structure invalidated. We have the bearish structure supported, the bullish structure invalidated. So that only means one thing. It means it's bearish. So at that point, we enter and stop loss, say somewhere above the line, the trend line, and then we just trade it downwards, adding further trend lines via fan pattern, trend line fan like that, to try and make the line closer as needed. But overall, that can simply be how to trade. We just look at bullish, bearish, and flat structures and see which one's getting validated. And when only one remains, that shows us momentum in the market, and we just follow that accordingly. How simple is this? No indicators, no crazy nonsense, no smart money concepts. I created this, just going straight back to absolute basics. This is by far the simplest, and also, more importantly, it's the most flexible, consistent, and reliable method that exists. There's only one other thing to add to that, how you do this, and that's looking at targets. And to look at targets, really, I heavily recommend the use of either pivot points if it's an all-time high, traditional daily pivots, for example, or weekly pivots if it's all-time high, or using a volume profile and looking at key targets, of course, overall with that. So this is how I'm coaching people. This super simple, reliable strategy. We top things up on top of this, but overall, this is the method I'm teaching people. It works, and it's so easy to do. So this is making me. I'm not trading every day because some days are definitely no trade days, the flat. But when I'm trading, it's around about 1.5% a day. I'm making in profit. That's per day. Let's clarify. So if you wanted to go down that route, then great to message me. I do have a link in the Trading View profile for my own personal website if you want to check that out. But other than that, thanks for your time, guys. Hope this helps some new traders, and bye for now.